Hi. It's been a minute. I've been really busy. I want to kind of keep you guys in the know while I'm working on it. Yes, I'm only at the beginning stages. I will continue to be updating you and answering as many questions as I can without giving a lot of it away. So please go right ahead and ask me any questions that you would like. Not going to guarantee that I can answer them, but go ahead and fill them in the comments. This will be my first thriller, and yes, it will have explicit scenes in it. If you watch any thriller, you're gonna see explicit scenes. Will there be blood? Some. Does somebody die? Probably. The premise of Bad Thing. Person has been missing for 5 days. We kind of figure out little by little what happened and who is involved. There's only 6 main characters to the story. It is very close knit, so you may have the ability to figure out who done it before you get to the end of the book. But don't worry, that is not the only reveal. Right now, I think I have 7 or 8 different reveals. I have all my ideas and I've got all of the details. Now it's just putting them in order. If it's not told right, you're not going to be fascinated. Right now, there's 28 chapters. I think the first reveal, I think it's at chapter 10. As it stands right now, of course, because anything could change. And I'm trying to keep the chapters very short, no more than maybe 2,500 words per chapter. And that's saying a lot because, some of my sex scenes in other books, have been that long. It's going to be a challenge for me to kind of cut and get to the point. My timeline, that's a tough question. I think F Buddies took me 6 months, but I'm doing this one a little differently. I am not pantsing this one. I'm not writing it from start to finish. It will most likely be coming out around the summertime. I have to plot a lot for this one. It's scary because I've never done one like this before, but it's also exciting. Everything is coming together really well, like better than I expected. Can you see the excitement in my face? Yeah, you thought I was excited about F Buddies. This one's got nothing on F Buddies. Is there sex in it too? Loving the cast posts you make. Yes, me too. But just a little information about those actors that I have chosen. Those people were my people from the very beginning. These are the people that I kind of see in the back of my mind. I don't write about people I know. I don't write about myself. In order to make sure that I'm keeping it consistent, I use someone's face that I admire or that I think would fit the part if it was going to be a movie or a TV show. And I've always been that way. And I kind of make that person who I want them to be for the role. Will there be an ARC option to review this? I'm not going to be opening it up as an ARC team. I'm not going to give it out to, 200 people. I figure if people are interested in reading the book, they're going to go out and buy it. What is the spice level of this book and how does it compare to F Buddies? This is not a smut book. It will have smut in it, but right now there's only 2 sex scenes. They're going to be hot scenes. 2, it's not going to be labeled as erotica or smut, but you know me, if there's only 2 scenes, you know that those 2 scenes are going to be exceptional. I literally have been dying to write this story for the last 2 years. And this one is directly related to Michael James. I've written a few different books, 17 in total, but I think maybe half of those are inside the Michael James universe, and they can be indirectly tied to Michael James. This one is directly tied to Michael James. So if you haven't read it and you want to know why Michael James is so important, go and get it. He makes 2 appearances in this book. 2. The other thing that I need to tell you is Kink or Kill, and this book is directly tied into Bad Things. So if you haven't read Kink or Kill, which is a very short horror story, go and read that one. Does that one have blood? Please check the trigger warnings on that one. And Michael James, check the trigger warnings. Like, Michael James isn't as bad as Kink or Kill, but Kink or Kill is pretty vivid, not just for the sex either. Those 2 books are tied into this. I know it's a thriller and you can't say much, but what's the closest thing that you can compare it to, whether it's a movie or a book? I love these questions because I don't want to mislead you. I don't know if you read Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. I'm only using that as an example because there's a lot of jumping between now and before for the storyline. It's something that you would see on FX, like the channel, or HBO, possibly Netflix, but it is a whodunit. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a murder mystery, but it's definitely a thriller. Everything in the book, just like F Buddies, is put in there for a reason. It's a very mature book. Things are going to happen and you're going to be like, oh my God, that was at the beginning of the book. Lots of little hints and clues dropped all over the place. I got you. If I had written more sex to it, it just wouldn't have been as good. I'm sorry to say that too, because I wanted to try and stick to the main plots and the main points. The side plots, they're truly characters with backstories and things that you figure out about them all the way through the book that I already know at the beginning of the book. Okay guys, that's it. I want to just make sure that you guys are well aware of everything that's going on. Love you.